Meghan Markle is at the centre of a Dressgate drama that has mired her in yet another damaging public row from which she is not emerging well. Did she steal the green gown she was provided with for a magazine photo shoot? Absolutely not, insists the difficult Duchess. Sources explaining that as a royal, she is required to archive the clothes she is seen in. Whatever the hell that means, it has spectacularly failed to calm the storm. This extraordinary controversy is erupting now after Ms Markle appeared in the promo for her With Love Meghan Netflix Christmas special, wearing an off-the-shoulder number by the designer label Galvan. Eagle-eyed viewers spotted that it was the very same outfit she donned to grace the cover of Variety mag 3 years ago in 2022. And therein lies the tawdry tale. Recollections may vary, but according to some, as soon as the camera stopped clicking, Meghan just walked off with the $1,695 garment, which is around £1,300 in British money. Didn't ask, didn't pay, just took. Isn't that what we mere commoners call theft? No way, declares a spokesman for her ladyship, who haughtily informs us the insinuation that any items were taken without the full knowledge and agreement of the on-set stylists or their respective teams is not only categorically false, but also highly defamatory. Any items kept were done so in total transparency and in accordance with the contractual arrangements. So, while it's not unknown for celebrities to procure the clothes they model at photo shoots, it's crystal clear Meghan got the green dress for free, a perk she was denied when she was required to follow the strict probity of British royal rules. But hey, now that Mistress Meg makes her own rules, the money she saved can perhaps go towards the upkeep of the $29 million Montecito mansion she shares with her multi-millionaire husband, Harry. Every little helps, eh? Happy days. Meanwhile, here we go again. The umpteenth video of the back of the kids' heads as Meghan selflessly posts on Instagram her being selfless on a visit with Harry, Archie and Lilibet to a volunteer food insecurity kitchen in Los Angeles. Just to make sure we all realise just how wonderful she is, Meghan adds the modest caption, "Show up, do good," the motto of the Sussex's Archewell Foundation. In the Duchess's me world, charity must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. Inspirational, St. Meghan. Truly, you are an angel on earth. Unbelievable. But while the Dressgate fallout was escalating and the dust still settling after her bizarre bravery of jam-making interview in Harper's Bazaar, the former cable show actress tantalised us with an intriguing announcement. In a cryptic Thanksgiving message to her online store customers, she teased, "Something big is coming." Ooh, how exciting! What could it be? As you were, get off the edge of your seats, stop chewing your nails. The stunning revelation turned out to be a Black Friday offer of 20% off all as ever products. So, whoop-de-doo, Meg's astronomically priced $28 pots of honey will now set you back a bargain basement $22. A jar of jam for just $11. Wow! Don't get crushed in the rush. Meanwhile, the self-styled domestic goddess has been on Instagram once again with a crucial video showcasing how she seasons a turkey. Amazing! Is there no start to her talents? Apparently not. Worried food fans pointed out that while handling the raw meat, Chef Markle kept her jewellery on. A bacteria-packed hygiene no-no. Oh well, talking of untalented, there's no denying that Meghan's spare Prince Harry is seriously in demand, accepting an invitation to deliver an important speech to a bunch of Canadian real estate agents. Hope they're paying him well. Not sure the Aurea Powerhouse conference in Toronto got the right guy, though. Here's how they build, old ginger nuts. Humanitarian, mental health advocate, environmentalist, and military combat veteran. His work is dedicated to creating positive and lasting change for communities and the planet, particularly in advancing conversations around resilience and healing. What? Can that really be the dim Duke? But at least they didn't pretend the not famously intellectual prince knows anything about flogging houses. Instead, they promised his oratory would focus on his favourite nebulous subjects, service and leadership. Would that be the service he so impressively displayed when he turned his back on his royal duties to run away to California with his Hollywood wife? As for leadership, what does Harry know about that? Who has he led in life? What leadership has he ever shown? Answers on a postcard, please. You can't answer that, can you, Samara?
No, I really can't. I mean, actually, Harry's sort of, the fact that he doesn't do anything in his life is worrying me a lot. I think it leads me down the path to say their relationship is at a crossroads at the moment. You know, Meghan is off doing Harper's Bazaar. It seems like she's pitching herself for her own career without him. He has a glimmer of sort of exposure within her new Christmas special, but he wasn't in the second season. So what do we have to say about that? Those were filmed very close together.
Well, they did kiss in the promo.
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on, kiss for 100 mil? I'd do that, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that's how big the contract is. The whole thing is tied to him. So I get very cynical about what path Harry's leading himself down.
Yeah, exactly right. And that job he took, I mean, that is just singing for his supper. You know, a bunch of estate agents in Toronto. Yeah. Can you come and make a speech to us? It's like, how much?
Yeah,
They've obviously paid him a fortune.
It suits him, doesn't it? Because they're the most hated profession and he's the most hated man. But I mean...
He's not the most hated royal.
Well, no.
His Uncle Andrew is.
But he can't even operate a doorbell. How is he going to sell houses? You know what I mean?
To be fair, they did say he's not going to talk about that. He's going to talk about...
Being a hero. And
service. No, he's going to talk about... Did you even listen to my monologue?
I didn't know what it meant.
He's going to talk about
understand it.
service and leadership. He's always going on about that.
Meghan's the leader in their relationship.
Exactly. How can he lecture people about leadership when
he's in service to his leader, Meghan Markle.
He's always been the spare.
Now, let's talk about what I started my monologue with, which is the story of the week. Did Meghan steal that dress from a photo shoot? There's the comparison. Well, look, there she is on the front of Variety magazine. There she is in the promo with Love Meghan. No, it's the same dress. That's the point. It's exactly the same dress.
I have that dress, by the way.
So you have it too.
Yeah.
She paid for it, though.
1,700. You paid for it.
Yes, we've got a photo of it, and they're going to put it in.
That's where you're going wrong.
You paid for it?
Yeah, I paid way less than that.
But I mean, you know, Meghan's people making really a big deal of saying, no, she didn't steal it. It was contractual. They knew she was going to take it. And then this bizarre excuse that she, as a royal, she has to archive everything that she wears. I don't know why that gives you the right to walk off with a $1,700 dress.
Tell that to the judge.
But anyway, we must stress for legal reasons that she insists she did not steal it and that it was well known she would take it away. As I said also in my monologue, it is not unknown for celebrities when they do a photo shoot. If they take a fancy to what they're asked to wear, they kind of have this and they're allowed to take it. But that notwithstanding, that great long denial, and what wasn't in that denial was the fact that she clearly did not pay for this dress. She's a multi-millionairess, she keeps telling us. She lives in a $29 million mansion. Her husband's a multi-millionaire, and she takes a $1,700 dress. Let's have a look at the Christmas promo featuring that dress.
I love the holiday season. It's about finding time to connect with the people we love.
Yeah.
Embracing traditions.
I like this.
There we go. And making new ones.
We are now in the Christmas spirit. It's pretty jolly here. It's got craft. Hey-o. It's so pretty.
So easy and elegant.
It's better the next day, and everything turns red.
It's so festive.
Being a hostess or a host,
it's about making people feel comfortable.
You can do things that make people feel a little bit more seen. See?
Let the festivities commence and embrace the special touches that bring you joy.
Should we see if this works? There we go.
2, 3.
Oh! There we go.
Oh, it's all so spontaneously joyful, isn't it? Just like at your bachelor pad in North London. Right?
Exactly, it's very similar lifestyle. But yeah, there she was wearing
similar lifestyle.
There
yeah.
she was wearing a shoplifted dress with probably crackers that she didn't know, allegedly. And then crackers. Did she pay for the crackers? They look like posh crackers.
Let's hope she paid for everything else in that promo, but you never know, do you? Earlier in the week on my show, The Political Asylum, here on Talk, 7 to 10, Monday to Friday, don't miss it. I spoke to the great Kinsey Schofield about this very issue, and here's what Kinsey had to say.
She wants to be treated like a royal, and she does not want to act like a royal. Mm-hmm. A royal does not accept freebies. A royal, if they received gifts at the palace, if somebody sends something unsolicited, a designer that's trying to, make a name for themselves, it's returned to sender immediately. And that was one of Meghan's biggest issues. Meghan, who used to sit on her laptop in Toronto and email Bobbi Brown Cosmetics and say, please send me free makeup and I'll blog about it. This woman that has pursued this influencer life where you do receive free product and then you brag about getting whatever PR package you did, was having to return items because now she was a duchess. And Tina Brown writes about this in the Palace Papers, how angry Meghan was that she couldn't keep the items that were sent to her at the palace. She wanted to keep everything, and the palace said that's not protocol.
Yeah, exactly right. As I said in my monologue, there's a strict probity around the royals when they do photo shoots. They are absolutely, members of the royal family, not allowed to even ask for the clothes. So Meghan clearly, when she was a royal, found that really, really annoying. And now she's acting like any old other two-bit Hollywood celebrity. Give me that dress, I like it. I'm going.
It goes to the heart of Meghan. I think she always wants to have her cake and eat it too. And she does, when she entered into the royal family, I do really think she was under the misconception that it was some sort of celebrity job. It was basically, lunches and brunches all day. And then she was upset when they didn't let her out of the palace for months because she had to be on duty. It goes back to all that. And I think it is a massive problem when she wants to go and use the titles, but she doesn't want to act like a royal.
Exactly right. You know me, I love America. I love Americans. Lived there for 10 years and all that. So, I don't mean this to be rude, but a lot of Americans, including Meghan, have difficulty distinguishing between a celebrity, a big star, if you like, the biggest stars in Hollywood, and the British royal family. Royal families, they're not celebrities. They don't have agents. They're not like Tom Cruise or Meryl Streep. Meghan never quite understood that.
But Diana became sort of a celebrity, didn't she? And she's trying to emulate that, even saying, I've got a massive announcement. Scam Jam's 20% off.
Diana didn't have an agent. Diana didn't have a publicist. Do you see what I mean?
And you know what? Kinsey also made a really good point, which I also immediately thought of when I read this story, is that Tom Bauer did report in his book Revenge that she sort of stole a pair of Aquazzura pumps that she still reportedly wears around. So Meghan's known for doing this kleptomaniac type of behaviour.
I'm sure she didn't
history of it,
I'm sure she didn't steal them. I'm sure she just went off with them.
Yeah, sure. Shoplifting with a couple more steps.
As long as it's under $1,000, I don't think it's a federal offence. So maybe
I want to seriously make this point. What she's doing, in Hollywood, amongst stars and celebs, it isn't it's not like theft. It's a sort of understanding. If they like what they wear in a photo shoot or even in a movie, they're allowed to go off with it.
They can steal it.
I think that's what she's guilty of here.
Yes, and Joe Rogan did an interview with Lionel Richie a couple of weeks ago on his podcast. And
Why? He walked off with the microphone. Why? Richie walked off with the microphone.
Well, it was interesting because Lionel knew Michael Jackson from a really young age, and Michael Jackson was talking about how since he was about 6 years old, everything he gave to the dry cleaners used to get stolen by them because it used to get sold, like underwear. But Meghan Meghan isn't Michael Jackson, so I think she's equating herself to a much higher status of celebrity than she actually is. I mean, it is a thing. You're right, Kev. It is a thing.
I wouldn't want Michael Jackson's underwear, though. And savoury. We'd be all glitter on it, wouldn't there?
Well, wouldn't want Meghan's underwear either. Let's, on that bombshell, let's talk, shall we, about... let's go to Kinsey again. I asked her about this very exciting speech that Harry is going to make in Canada to a bunch of real estate agents.
Harry and Meghan are so self-serving. Harry is showing up at a Toronto Hilton and cashing a very big paycheck to just be there. Because you and I know that he has nothing of value to share. He just wants, he's just there so that this company can say Prince Harry was there and a couple of people can snap some pictures and they can get the PR that they've always dreamt of.
I imagine it's a big paycheck.
Can you imagine his speech? I've always loved bricks and roofs and drain pipe.
Ash, how many times have I got to tell you? They've made a point of saying he's not going to talk about real estate.
Won't understand
he's going to
he?
talk about service and leadership.
He can't.
So he's not going to talk about bricks.
Yeah, but he won't get the memo,
do you want me to write it down for you?
He won't understand,
do you want me to write it down for you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
but he won't get that, will he?
He won't be talking about real estate.
But how's he going to talk about being a hero?
No, he's talking about leadership and service.
Leadership, right, well.
What does that mean, do you think?
No one knows what it means.
Does anyone know what it means?
Look, at the heart of it is some sort of crappy 4-star conference that is actually, it's quite depressing that his whole role has been diminished to that. As Kinsey said, he's going to be showing up at a Hilton for a paycheck. I mean, what divides him from that to some D-list celebrity? It's quite a fall from grace if you think about it.
It is. I mean, I imagine they must have really been paying him a lot of money. Because it's an embarrassing gig. But maybe he could call his speech "How to Make It Small in Hollywood."
Yeah, on many levels. Yeah,
how to fail in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He could do that because he really, really has failed in Hollywood, and so has
what is
Meghan.
He know about real estate? I mean, his family.
He's
basically...
not talking about real estate.
Yeah, exactly.
Write it down, Kev.
Come on, you.
Leadership is about telling people what to do. It just baffles me because his family doesn't really own any property.
Right.
But anyway.
Excuse me, everybody. Can I just make this clear?
Sorry,
when
Kev.
Harry goes to Canada to talk about...
I've always loved
He's
houses.
not going to talk to estate agents. He's not going to be talking about real estate. He's going to be talking about service, leadership, and no one knows what that means. Also, of course, it's it's a Thanksgiving period in America. Fantastic time of fun. When I was there, always seemed to be much more fun than Christmas. It really is the big moment of the year, and it's a brilliant time for every family, for people all over America, including Harry and Meghan, and of course they have turned it into a bit of virtue signalling. Here they are at a food insecurity kitchen in Los Angeles, and of course we get to see the back of the kids' heads again, Archie and Lilibet. As we discussed the other week, if these kids turn around, do you think their face is going to be like this?
Probably are.
Yeah. Anyway, there they are. And Meghan posted. What is it? Turn out, show up, do good. The Sussex's motto for the Archewell, whatever it's called, foundation. I mean, it's a bit like me saying, I don't know, going to a soup kitchen and giving soup to poor homeless people.
Don't you do that?
And then No, I don't. Then film myself and go, look at me! Look how great I am! Look, I'm so wonderful, aren't I? Honestly, show up, do good. The Sussex's Archewell organisation motto, she says. But it's like, as I said, that's not what charity you're supposed to do quietly, not noisily. This is all about advertising herself. Harry's the same, exactly what they did after the LA fires, right?
Totally. I mean, she doesn't do anything without a camera involved. I mean, she's really like Montecito-fying, doing charity work for people. And I think it's really shambolic because the royal family actually does a lot of charity work, but a lot of it is behind the scenes. And I think that's something she doesn't get. It's, again, this sort of blurred lines between celebrity and royal that she doesn't understand. It's not about the Instagram photo. It's about what you're doing to people's lives. She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it, Kev.
Though, isn't it? Like celebs when they've got got no career. They do charity, don't
Well,
they? Keeps them relevant.
Yeah,
Sort
well,
of, they think.
I sort of know Ricky Gervais a bit, and me and him are the patrons of a dog charity called All Dogs Matter. And I know, well, first of all, he won't like me saying that, but he's incredibly generous to that charity. He is also amazingly generous. He gives away millions. And his big thing is, don't you ever tell anyone. He doesn't want anyone to know. That's how you do charity.
Clever.
That's how you do charity. And it's not clever. He
knew you'd say it if he told you not to say it. He knew. It's very clever how they do that.
Well, he doesn't make an Instagram post about it, I'll tell you that much. Meghan's shameless.
He's not clever. He's a good guy.
No, he's
a good man.
He's a good guy.
He's
he gives away millions. And,
don't tell everyone.
Well, when do you ever read about it?
Never do. I didn't know that. I'm hearing this for the first time.
Exactly. Yeah. So he really doesn't like...
George Michael was one like that.
Yeah, George Michael. Yeah. Lots of celebrities really are...
celebrities are very generous and don't want to talk
Exactly
about
right. They're generous and they keep it quiet. Meghan, not particularly generous, but really shouts about how great she is. Now, it's Thanksgiving, as we keep saying, and her ladyship, has handy hints, I'm really glad, posting on Instagram as well, yet again, handy hints on how to season a turkey. Look at this, look. Look, so she's seasoning it.
She's going to stuff something again.
She's going to stuff it.
Oh, not again.
There she goes. She
loves doing that, doesn't she?
How to season. Now, you think, once again, look, yeah, Meghan, thanks very much, but we don't need any handy hints on how to season a turkey. Why are you doing that? Anyway, so I was going to sort of take the mickey out of her about that. And then it turns out that there's a real hygiene no-no in this. Oh, no. She's got her jewellery on. And you never, ever touch raw meat with jewellery because it is a bacteria hygiene real scare. It's a no-no, yeah.
She famously wears £126,000 worth of jewellery pretty much all the time. That's reported quite a bit. I mean, she's never seen without it. She's a total sort of like status. It's a status symbol. You've got to wear it on my wrist.
Yeah. If you're going to deal with raw meat, you should take it off.
Well, what would she know? It's not like she went to any culinary school or anything.
She should deep fat fry the... I remember we had William Shatner, Captain Kirk, on the show, and he actually invented and pioneered the deep fried turkey at Thanksgiving. A massive vat of oil, and you lower the whole turkey in, and it's done. She should do that.
Which show did you have him on?
That was on me and James Wales. He came on.
Okay.
And,
I interviewed William Shatner once in London a few years back.
He's a funny
guy. I said to him, he's a good guy, funny guy. I said to him, so you know, Captain Kirk, you're one of the most famous people in the entire world. You know, I bet you can't go anywhere without being recognised. It must be a bit of a pain. He said, you know what? He said, you're right. And she said, I said to my wife, he said a couple of years ago, I said, well, let's go somewhere where nobody knows who the hell I am. And so they went to the Yemen.
Oh, really?
Before the war, of course.
Yeah, well.
And they went, and he said, we went on into the desert on camels and that, and the Bedouins. I've done it myself, and the Bedouins, their pictured tent, it's great. You know, you really are. It's solitude under the beautiful desert sky. He said they're sitting there outside their tent, and the sun's going down. He's going, this is it. And he says 2 camels come across a dune, and with these 2 Arab guys, you know, Bedouins with all their gear on, and they come past, and they turn around and they go, hey, Captain Kirk!
No way.
Ironically, the only place he wouldn't be recognised is in space.
Well, he went to space recently. Anyway, we've got to go to a bad ad.
Relax, leave your worries behind.
Leave all your worries behind in this Go Anywhere indoor-outdoor spa complete with equipment, only $28.50. This 4-jet corner spa bath complete with pump, a mere $13.99. Or this magnificent 9-person spa complete with equipment and 6 adjustable jets, a crazy $39.50.
Spa world, a world of your own.
Choose from many more to be cleared below cost.
Of course, 3,950 Australian dollars is what is $4 in American money, and
no, it's like 50 cents.
£3 in England. So those are good bargains. Come to think,
it's a long way to go, Doncaster, though, isn't it?
Bring
a jacuzzi back to Australia.
How many spas have you got in your Australian home?
Oh, I've got many.
Every room.
Every room. Yeah, pretty much.
That's Australia, folks. That's Australia, folks. That's how they roll. Let's go to a real.
He's mad as hell. It's Kevin O'Sullivan.
Welcome back to part 2, and seasoned viewers of What Just Happened know what this moment is. It's this.
3, 2, 1. Yay! It worked.
Yes, it's the big moment, the big story of the week. And over in the States, we have been thrilling to the story of Marjorie Taylor Green, once Donald Trump's favourite person on earth, an absolute political ally, a massive mover and shaker in MAGA, and now Donald and Marjorie have got divorced. What is the story? Here's a Sebastian Coe lookalike telling you all about it on CNN.
There are still shockwaves over the upcoming resignation of Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Green. That happens in January. Green made the surprise announcement online Friday night during this very show. It's unclear what she'll do next after 5 years in office. She started as one of the president's staunchest supporters and will leave Congress branded as a traitor by him after their very public falling out.
Here she is explaining just how furious she is.
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary. And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition.
So that's about the Epstein files. That's quite sad, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the breakup is sad, I think. But I think Trump is very malleable with his politics, and Marjorie Taylor Green, or Marjorie Traitor Green, as...
Marjorie Traitor
Well, that's what Kevin, that's what Trump calls him.
Kevin Trump.
Kevin Trump calls him. You know, it's quite interesting, the breakup. The right in America is always very fractured. If you look at even the political commentators, they all kind of hate each other. The Epstein files have been so divisive, don't you think?
Yeah, I do think, and, you know, Donald Trump did take a long time getting around to releasing them. And, you know, I can't, I mean, people have been through them now. I can't quite understand why he was so slow in doing so, because people say, oh, well, this is what Marjorie Taylor Green suspected. Oh, you're not doing this because when they get released, it's going to make you, President Trump, look really bad. Well, they don't. They don't. So I'm not quite sure why he took so long.
He could be protecting someone else who
His
knows
friends,
stuff about
maybe,
him.
Yeah, maybe.
Or friends.
Yeah.
I think it's the files are just embarrassing for him. I think whatever will come out. I don't think he's a pedophile. I don't think there's anything that's been I mean, there's nothing that has substantiated that. Even Virginia Giuffre, in her book that I've been reading, says that he was a lovely man and she only had good relations with him.
And he kicked Epstein out of the club, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He fell out with Epstein.
Yeah, when he found out about everything.
Kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
And unlike some rich and powerful men, Bill Clinton, for example, or the then Prince Andrew, of course, Peter Mandelson, Donald Trump never got onto that plane from hell, the Lolita Express, Jeffrey Epstein's private plane, where he flew all his rich mates down to Pedo Island in the Caribbean. Here is Donald Trump responding to Marjorie's resignation.
I said, go your own way, and once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person.
I think she's a nice person.
He could bring her back in a few years. He's quite forgiving, isn't he, unlike other politicians? He does bring people who hated him and said terrible things back into the fold, doesn't he?
I don't think he will, though. I don't think it's about her. I think she's very disillusioned. She's very upset about it.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
She feels betrayed and will make her own way in the future. I don't think she'll go back into Washington politics. Here is Marjorie Taylor Green in her heyday, and this is the way she used to treat reporters that she didn't like what they were saying, particularly British liberal reporters. Watch this.
What country are you? Wait, what country are you from?
The UK.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Okay,
and no. You should care about your own borders.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
Let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants?
Do you care
No,
about
by migrants. No, do you care? Okay, you're done.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
You know what? I don't care.
Service members fighting for your country.
I don't care about your fake news. Do you have a relevant question? Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
Brilliant. That's Sky News. They thoroughly deserve that. Sky News. Sly News. Yeah. Real lefty outfit. God, Marjorie, don't stay away too long. Love that. Love that. Right. Should we move on to the small moment? This is an extraordinary story out of Italy that's gone global. So you see there on the right, as you look at the screen, it's the Mrs Doubtfire. So on the left is this guy's mother, right? She died, and the guy on the right is her son.
Looks like
her. Yeah, well, I guess, genes and all that passed down.
Yeah, but for those listening, they look the same.
Yeah, so this guy, after his mum died, he kept her sort of mummified in the house in Italy. He dressed up as her and carried on claiming her pension for
It's
years.
mummified in Italy.
Yeah, a mummified mum.
Mummified.
So he carried on. He would dress as his mum once a week and go down to claim her pension. Extraordinary.
In a Beatles wig. It's got a Beatles wig on.
You ever done
Beatles wig?
Yeah, that's a Beatles wig from the 60s.
Have you ever done anything like that, Ash?
Yeah. I've both my parents, I'm still getting their pensions because I really look like my dad. And my mum, I sort of wear a face mask and all turning out nice again. But you have to do these little things to make your way in life in this terrible climate we're in.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens, when guys dress up as their mother and keep their mother dead in the house while they go and get hate it when it keeps happening, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Only in Italy. Let's go to a bad ad.
It's party time at the Last Laugh. Come along to the engine room of the comedy boom. See the stars of the future, see the stars of the present. The Last Laugh showcases the best of Australian and international comedy. Now showing Haywire, a dangerously funny look at the new decade. It's mad, it's hilarious. Melbourne's newest and funniest show. For a great night out of fun and comedy that you and your friends will never forget, book now at the Last Laugh. Open Tuesday to Sunday all year round.
It doesn't look sort of spectacularly funny. It's Melbourne, that's your hometown.
Yeah, this is
so have you been there? Look at her laughing away.
She loves it.
Is that Australian sense of humour, bringing a lobster out your mouth?
That ad was from 6 months ago. That's reminded me of why I left. I mean, they're living in 20 years in the past. No, but I know where that is, Smith Street in Collingwood. Yeah. Lordy,
so it's called The Last Laugh. I wonder if there's any connection to that guy, Adam Hills, the guy with one leg. And
I love Adam Hills.
He's an Australian comedian, and he hosts on Channel 4 here, The Last Laugh, which is about as funny as a wet funeral on a Monday. Let's go to some real ads.
He's mad as hell. It's Kevin O'Sullivan.
Welcome back. It's part 3 of What Just Happened, and it's viewers' questions. What have you got, Samara?
Are you upset about the milkshake tax, Kev?
So we've had a budget here in Britain, the budget from hell. We have a socialist government. So what they've done is they've turned Britain into a massive, great welfare system with a country attached. So those of us who are stupid enough to work, companies that are stupid enough to carry on in this country, we now have to pay enormous amounts of tax for just about everything in order to fund our massive, massive welfare state. By 2030, we will be paying £427 billion every year for people who don't work. What our useless, hopeless Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, did, she delivered yesterday in her budget speech a smorgasbord, they call it, a kind of mad mosaic of 43 different taxes, small taxes to bring in a lot of money. And one of them was a tax on milkshakes. So if you buy a milkshake now, there's going to be a tax on it. She's going to raise the sugar tax. She basically sort of walked out on the street, had a look around, say, what can I tax? What can I tax? Well, she's taxing holidays, she's taxing Airbnbs, she's taxing electric cars, 3p a month. Everything she can, she's taxing. So we are now hideously taxed, including on milkshakes. It's ridiculous. So what do I think of the milkshake tax? I think that Rachel Reeves, our Chancellor, can take the milkshake tax. In fact, take those milkshakes and shove them where the sun don't shine.
That'll be very cold, won't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they used to have moustache taxes, didn't they? And window taxes.
Yeah,
She'll start taxing our moustaches soon.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
They literally walked around. They literally walk around looking at what they could tax. Oh, we haven't taxed that yet. Yeah. Let's do that.
We've got 53% net takers rather than giving to the exchequer. So most people are taking more than they're getting. And it can't go on, and they're raising up the amounts they get for getting their social security, and we're just getting more taxed.
And we're going to now spend from now on, because we used to have this, we used to get child benefit for 2 children. Yeah. If you have any more children, it's up to you, but the state isn't going to help you. They scrapped the 2-child cap yesterday, so now often families that don't really work can have as many kids as they like.
$3.5 grand a year, about $5,000 a year for each kid.
Yeah, so they're going to get, it's going to cost us £3.5 billion a year. And in the past, before they brought in the 2-child cap, there used to be families that did it as a profession. They would churn out 8, 9, 10 kids and earn £100,000 a year, $140,000
They're back in business now.
A year. Yeah, Ash, they're back in business. It's crazy, folks. It's crazy. Welcome to Mad Britain, the Soviet Socialist Republic of Britain. We're screwed. We are screwed. Next question.
I just think about the Americans listening to this and just sort of it's the land of taxed milkshakes and rainbows. Does Britain have too many benefit scroungers? I mean, we haven't answered that.
Well, just answered that. So we've got things. It's like 3 million people have been signed off on disability benefits for life, and many of them, it's not physical, it's they suffer from anxiety, mental health issues. We've got a thing called the Motability Scheme, right, which gives cars to people who are disabled. I don't mind the idea of that if it helps physically disabled people get around, but it's got out of control. So listen to this. People around the world won't believe this. In Britain, 1 in 5 of every new car, of all new cars, 1 in 5 new cars is bought by the Motability Scheme to be distributed among people who are not only physically disabled, I don't mind that, but they're given to people who say, I've got anxiety, I've got depression. Why do you need a car if you've got anxiety?
BMWs, Audis, Mercedes, these aren't cheap cars. They've just said no, BMW.
They were giving away, as Ash just said, they were giving away Mercedes, BMWs, and Rachel Reeves, our useless Chancellor, she thinks it's really getting tough. She says, no more Mercedes, no more BMWs, but they'll still give away literally millions.
Get an Audi, though. Get an Audi.
Millions of free cars. Millions of free cars if you've got anxiety or mental health. This country, folks, is just insane. These socialists running the country, they are literally ruining this.
By the way, you get free tyres and free engine work on it as well, paid for by us.
Let's go and look at some Australian cars then.
Maybe it's the care and attention. Maybe it's the choice. Maybe it's the trade-in offers. Maybe it's the service. Maybe that's why a City Mazda beats a suburban Mazda. Without a doubt, it's the place to go for Mazda. The original Mazda dealer, City Mazda, 312 La Trobe Street, in the city.
Well, why do I mean, Mazdas make some quite nice-looking cars.
What is that?
When they go to Australia, why do all Australian cars look like they were made in the 1990s?
That was from 2 months ago.
Can I finish, please? Why do all Australian cars look like they're made in the 1970s?
Because they were. I mean, Ash is right. That probably was from 2 months ago. We get stuff about 20 years after. I'm not even joking, 20 years after it's been in fashion.
Unbelievable. Let's pray.
Hell, it's Kevin O'Sullivan.
Welcome back to part 4 of What Just Happened, and it's the complaints department. We've had thousands and thousands of messages this week. Always appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm going to read out a selection. I want to point out that we had one hell of a lot of messages about Launceston, which I gather, it was on one of our adverts, wasn't it, last week? And Samara said she didn't know where it was.
She disgraced herself.
But it turns out it's in Tasmania. So we've got lots of questions about Launceston. We should do a feature next week on Launceston.
Yeah.
Anyone who lives in Launceston, tell us what it's like.
For Samara's benefit.
What kind of a place is it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Is it? Oh, you do know?
No idea, have you?
It's well, it might be.
Well, it's stunning. You should go. Yeah. Genuinely, you should go. Anyway.
Is it beautiful?
Yes, it's stunning. I was joking.
So you do know about it?
For my future political career, I do know where Launceston is.
In Tasmania?
Yes.
So in Tasmania, is the Tasmanian tiger still there?
It's the capital.
The Tasmanian tiger.
It's the capital of Tasmania.
The devil.
Launceston? Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
She
Is
just
it
looked
really?
that up,
Yeah.
man. She just looked that up.
Okay.
Should I go into the messages?
Now, I want to ask any of you people from Tasmania watching, have you ever seen a Tasmanian tiger? Because although the last one, I think, died in like 1934, really sad story, they left it out in the cold in the zoo overnight, the last one on Earth. And in the morning, the poor thing was dead. That was the end of a species. But they say that in the jungle there may be some still alive. It's out there somewhere, rare. Have you ever seen one? Let me know. Also, you got the Tasmanian devil, my favourite ever cartoon. Yeah. Go on, let's do some questions.
Sally Snowball says, your monologues are fabulous. I love them.
Thank you very much, Sally Snowball.
It's got 9 likes.
I do 9 likes.
Yeah.
9 people, 10 people like my monologues. Well, I make a bit of effort. You know, it's this show is. It's difficult to do because I have to write that thing.
But don't
every
just
week.
cobble it together.
I don't just cobble it together, but it's what I do. I've been doing it a long time. Thank you very much, Sally Snowball. What do you got, Ash?
This is from Andrea McCander. Samara, as an Australian, I thought you would have known that Launceston is in Tasmania.
I knew that. Guys, this is a jokey show. I was just trying to rabble-rouse. Like, God forbid a girl...
It was an international incident.
God forbid a girl makes a joke. God.
Yeah. Well, you make a joke. You think it's a fun... You've obviously been going to the comedy club, the Last Laugh Comedy Club, where they think it's hilarious that you pretend you don't know where Launceston is. I mean, be still, my aching sides. That's the funniest joke ever. I've never heard of Launceston. I have really. It's not that funny. Anyway, go on, sorry.
Felix the Cleaner says, Samara, so easy on the eyes. Well, Felix, you know where to find me. I'll be here.
Yeah, she's got I'll give you her phone number. Do you want to read it out now?
Please,
Any boys out there? She's,
Yeah, I'm desperate.
Yeah, that much we know. What do you got, Ash?
This is from Dale Moore. He says, "Oh, Kevin, you are the Dick Van Dyke of American accents. Meghan is not nasally and her voice is much deeper than yours."
The Dick Van... That's quite good. I quite like that. I'm also the Dick Van Dyke of American accents because of my age. He's 90. He's 100 now, 99.
He is getting
Amazing
on.
guy.
He's getting on a bit.
Amazing
He needs
guy.
to think about winding down a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably do a better American accent than I do in the middle of my monologues. There's something difficult about it. But anyway, I don't care what Meghan sounds like. I'm trying to humiliate her. All right? Next up.
Bella B says, Samara calls herself Australian, yet doesn't know Launceston is the capital of Tasmania.
Yeah.
And Lorraine says, Samara, how could you not know that Launceston is
She knew it was a joke.
Tasmania?
It was a hilarious joke.
We have a lot of Tasmanian viewers, clearly.
Can I just say, for the avoidance of doubt, that Launceston is the capital of Tasmania. And if I was a comedian, what I would have done then is I'd have pretended I didn't know that. I'd have gone, Launceston? I've never heard. Even though I really did know.
Yes.
Just for the purposes of hilarious humour, you see. It's a great joke.
It's a great
joke.
It's got us laughing.
Yeah, and they say women aren't funny.
Who's next? I've forgotten. It's you, isn't it?
Okay.
Dame Edna was funny, wasn't she?
Wow, that was a man.
She wasn't from Launceston.
And it wasn't a she.
And she was
Janice Bergland, she says, my favourite video every week. You sure do great monologues and bad ads.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Janice. Thank you very much. We aim to please. What do you got now, Samara?
Miss Tiddly Posh says...
Leave it at that. Miss Tiddly Posh.
Good to have Ash back with his understated wit. That's got 5 likes. Ash, you're very popular.
Trying to be very serious.
So Tiddly, let us know next week. Are you posh? An upper class Tiddly. Go on, Ash.
Ruthie Phillips Clairvoyant says, Samara, Launceston is in Tasmania.
I swear, I'll never live it down.
And of course, Miss Clairvoyant, she knew that in advance, didn't she? Go on.
Caroline Buckland says, I love hearing Ash laugh.
Yeah, no, that's it, isn't it?
It's my fake laugh. No, it's real, that is.
It is his laugh. It is his laugh.
Yeah, how dare you?
Go on, Ash, what you got?
Jesus name, but
Jesus,
I don't know what his name.
Jesus Sage.
It's Jesus someone. He says, where can I get a mug with Ash's image on it?
Well,
I might be starting to release these.
We've got these
these.
with my image on, what
We'll
just
have to
happened. Actually, we should think about getting a mug with all three of us.
Yeah.
Good idea. 3 mugs on a mug. How about that?
mug.
Go on,
A mug on a
Samara.
mug.
Mary LeBlanc says Kevin is still waiting for the Canadian flag on your desk.
I know.
I love the
Kevin,
show.
where is it?
I'm a loyal Canadian watcher.
So what's the name again? Sorry.
That's from Mary LeBlanc.
Mary LeBlanc. Right. I'm getting them. We've got to get the Canadian.
Yeah,
one.
Say that every week.
Don't we want a Latvian as well? Don't
Yeah,
we?
potentially.
We have viewers in Latvia. Is there a Tasmanian flag?
Oh, God. Yeah, actually there is.
What's
we
the
should
capital?
probably...
Do you know the capital of Tasmania by any chance?
I don't know, mate.
You don't know?
Yeah,
No,
I couldn't tell you.
We'll try and find out what the capital of Tasmania is for next week's show, because Samara doesn't know. At least she says she doesn't. It'd be funny if she really does know, wouldn't it? Ash.
Susie Tacoma says, Kevin is always witty and entertaining. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Susie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
it's good you're remembering all the names today.
Once again, yeah, I'm making a point of it because every time I go, what's the name again? What's the name again? Thank you, Susie. Samara.
Margs says, Samara is supposed to be Australian. How can you not know where Launceston is? It's 6:50 in the video. It's in Tasmania. Yes. Yeah. It's actually quite good because all the Australian viewers have come out of the woodwork and now we know that we have a massive contingent and I can stay on the show because I'm the representative.
Tell me, are Tasmanians, they're an island race, I suppose. Are they regarded as sort of different to mainland Australians?
You're really, it's
Well, no,
sort of gun to the head back against the wall. No, I can't say it. Tasmanians are lovely people. They are not islanders.
islands?
What's wrong with islanders? We're islanders.
Why wouldn't they be lovely people?
Tasmanians, they're great. Yeah, nothing bad to say.
I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. Are they? Because often when you have islands off the coast of places, they're regarded as sort of different to
weird,
the people
like-
on the mainland.
like the Isle of Man.
They're completely different.
And don't Australians look down on New Zealanders?
We look down on everyone, including Tasmanians. Don't put that in the show.
Yeah, you don't. We do not look down on Tasmanians. What's the capital of Tasmania?
She never knew it existed.
Couldn't tell you, mate.
Couldn't tell you. If we do leave that looking down on Tasmanians bit in the show, it was just a joke. Samara and her hilarious jokes, like pretending she doesn't know what Launceston is. Go on, Ash.
This is from user dash. This will be tough to remember. User dash VS9FZ8VY1K says, one of these days I'll hear what Ash says without Kevin butting in and shouting every bleeping time.
Shut up, that's enough of that. Go on, Samara.
No more questions.
No more questions.
Comments.
That's it. Well, that was funny, I think. Right, we're going live now to Launceston in Tasmania. No, we're not. It's time for a bad ad.
I don't wish to be disturbed by annoying insects. I use the Ronson Sentinel because one little insect could be an absolute pain in the neck.
The Ronson Sentinel.
Relax. It's our Ronson.
What is that?
The Launceston Sentinel.
What is that? What is that supposed to be?
Look like a heater or something.
Oh, it's a heater thing.
Fan heater.
Well, on that mysterious bombshell, I'm going to go and buy one of those, if only to find out what the hell it is. Big thanks to Flash, Ash, Gould, another fantastic performance, and Samara Gill on top form, even though she doesn't know the capital of Tasmania. I've been Kevin O'Sullivan. You've been an amazing audience. This has been an extraordinary edition of What Just Happened. There'll be another one next week, and I expect you to be there. Bye-bye.